So I just wanted to show you the piece first before I started talking about it. This particular piece I started back in August 2016. Recording this today, it's I believe December 9th or 10th, Saturday, 2023, going on 2024. And I started this piece back again 2016 at the Seven City Music and Art Festival. I was invited to come and do live painting there by, shout out to DJ Wise. He invited me out some years back to participate in the festival that they were throwing. And I guess I'm at a point where, if you've been following me, I post a lot about artists having artist block. And if you're an artist, I'm sure you know exactly what I mean. I don't know what it is about, if it's this time of year or just the way the world functions at the moment. I'm not really sure what it is, but I've found that when it comes to painting and drawing, I have been at a block, just to keep it as simple as possible. And this particular piece is way past the block. I mean, come on. I started 2016 and it's still not finished. The thing that I think I like the most about this particular piece is, one, what inspired me to start it in the first place. Because when I was invited to do the festival, I didn't know what I was going to paint. To be quite honest with you, at that time, I didn't even consider myself technically a painter. I believe at that point, I maybe have only completed maybe 2 to 3 paintings ever in life. Other than doing little paint projects and things like that in school, I was never a painter. So to, be invited to that event and to sit there and allow people to see me in a space where at that time I really wasn't that comfortable. I did not, again, feel as if I was considered a painter necessarily, because I hadn't had so much experience under my belt to really even call myself that. The idea came to me from hearing a reggae song. I'm not going to even disclose what it is until it's finished. And just at that time, 2016, I was, of course, a younger version of myself. And I guess what I'm trying to say is I love this painting so much because I've sat down and painted on it since 2016, maybe 3 or 4 times. And it wasn't, weeks apart. It wasn't months apart. It would be years apart. I don't know why it's been this way for me for this particular piece, but needless to say, it's very dear to me because I still have a passion to finish it. Again, I know a lot of artists out there, we probably, you have a stack of stuff that's not done yet. What I do want to do with this piece, though, is I want to use this piece to start my next version of myself, which is the version that starts and finishes projects. And I'm inviting you guys along with me on that journey. Again, if you follow me, I'm a tattoo artist full time. And yes, I get my creativity out daily, which is a blessing. And I think that that's what sometimes makes me stagnant almost when it comes to doing projects like this or finishing just drawing for fun, because I'm every day in some way creating art, drawing a stencil, or getting ready to do a tattoo, which the tattoo is an art form to me as well. So I think that with that being said, it puts me in a space where once I feel accomplished daily for doing those pieces that sometimes can take me between 30 minutes to maybe 3 to 4 hours, sometimes longer, depending on what I'm doing. Once I'm done with that piece, I'm satisfied. But I do want to be more consistent with being an artist in other platforms the way that I used to be. And this piece behind me is where I'm going to start to hold myself accountable. You guys are holding me accountable too. Because that's another thing I don't like to do is tell someone I'm going to do something and I don't do it. So in this way, all of you guys are seeing me say, I'm going to finish this piece ASAP. And it's going to be the only thing that I do as far as artistically outside of tattooing until it's done. I don't want to keep starting new pieces. I've started and finished other pieces, but whatever reason, this piece right here has gotten different versions of me, different years, different eras of me, different mind frames of me, different skill sets of me. And I think it's a beautiful thing. I think it's really amazing that artists are able to do this, able to tap into a creation. And I mean, again, it just blows my mind. 2016. I'm going to go back and look through my photos and see the different years that I sat with it. Because for whatever reason, again, I'll sit with it and paint on it for like maybe 2 hours. And then I'll leave it for a couple years. And that's where it stops here. I want to finish this piece before I start anything else. And if you could see behind it, it's a big white canvas that's behind it. That is what I was going to start next. But again, it was placed on my heart to get her knocked out. I'm going to go ahead and just start by saying this background has got to go. Why I say that is because, and I'm going to give you guys a close-up, but this is very amateur to me, in my opinion. I think at that point, I was really into abstract and really into contrast. And the black and white background at that point made me feel as if it made the center pop out more, which it does. But I just don't like the way that it is so blocky now. It's just not where I am anymore as an artist. Both of these roses are completed. Again, I will zoom in and show you. But one, you can see my blend skills are way better than the other. It's because with time, I'm growing. And I'm not touching it again until I've like jumped a few levels and then go back in on it. And now that I'm sitting here thinking about it and talking about it, that's probably the reason why I started and I stopped the way I do. Because I just get on it and I'm looking at it like, dang, I'm so far past this in general, skill-wise. I'm going to just go ahead and do it. So the first step is I'm going to go through and block out all of this background to get me a fresh canvas back there. I don't know what the world this is. This block right here is like a rose gold copper block out of nowhere. Lord have mercy. The couch, I love it. I'm going to keep the couch the same. I love the blend on her body. That's another thing I'm going to say before I go. In this era where I started it, I don't know what it was with me and nudity. Whether it was myself or other people. It was a big, big thing for me then. And I'm not there no more. I don't even want her to be nude anymore. You know? And I've had people ask to purchase it. I've had a few clients when they see it in the studio, if they can buy it. And I have to let them know it's not done, for one. Two, Most of the times I say, yeah, when I'm done with it, I'll let you know you can get it. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to say it right now. I'm not sure how I'm going to feel when I'm done with it. Just like any other painting I've ever done or any other drawing I've ever done, because I'm one of those selfish artists. When I finish something that I created, I don't like giving it away, even if it's selling it. And I got to get out of that too. I know that, but I don't know what it is. It's like, because I pour so much into it and it's a piece of me that it's a real big deal when I give it to another person. You know, I know I'm probably never going to see it again. It's a whole bunch of different reasons. But for me, my art is really, really personal. That's why I care so much about your tattoos when I do them. Because I might not ever see it again. I'm going to give it the best that I can give it. Your tattoo is my tattoo. Again, it's an art form to me. I'm a perfectionist. So, you know, it's a lot of little things that come into play with that. And sometimes I'm not even able to get out what I want to get out on a person. Maybe because their pain tolerance, maybe their budget. It depends on so many different things. But I want to just be at a place where I'm consistently doing pieces that I'm going to complete and be 100% happy with. And I say that to say that, again, I know I might have offered this or said to some of you that you can get it when I'm done. But once I'm done and I present it to you all, I'll let you know how I feel. And whether I want to give it away, sell it, or keep it for myself. Especially when I just explained to you what this is for me. This has like 4 different Roxies on this. And I'm not even saying that it sound like on some crazy shit, but everybody knows you grow with time as a person, as an individual, mind frame, feelings, all types of different things. And when I think about who I was when I started this at the art festival compared to who I am today and the different successes that I've accomplished, whether it's with my art or personally, it makes me feel really good, you know, to see how far I've come. And once I'm finished with this, and I know it's going to be absolute fire, I don't know if I'm going to want to let it go. But it's going to get done. So here's my accountability. This will be done. I'm going to even give myself a deadline just because I want some pressure on me. What's today? I didn't even know what today's date was. So like what, the 10th? December 10th? I want to be done with this before Valentine's Day. And I can do it because I've completed bigger pieces than this. I don't know what it is about it. But, you know, if you're an artist watching this and you know where I'm coming from, hype me up in the comments. Like, push me, please. If you're a patron and you're an art collector, hype me up, please. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's all I want to say. Yeah. I'm going to share photos of the progress of this from the past years. And the next time you'll see this, it'll be done. So, okay. So I'm going to give you the full view of it. Slow down a little bit. Here are the roses that I was saying. You know, you can see the difference in just my skill set. Two completely different gradients. Like I said, I love the couch. I absolutely love the couch. I love the texture. I love the swirls of the couch. That I'm not going to touch at all. And here's another rose that is, you know, just in my eyes at that point it was done, but it's not done. And then this here, I don't know what this is. I don't even know what this here is. What is this? I don't know. I absolutely love the wood grade, like the wood grain on here, on the legs of the sofa. Um, I might just leave it there. You know what I'm saying? It gives it kind of a rustic look. I don't know if I want to go in and mess with that or not. And like I said, she was supposed to be nude. Yeah, she's not gonna be nude anymore. And I think that's all I want to discuss. But I am excited to see where I go with it with the skills I have now. Stay tuned. To get rid of this background, I'm going to go in with this old ass paint that I've been having in my paint box probably since damn 2000. It's never been opened. I don't even know how it's going to work with me on this canvas because I've never used the Apple Barrel matte acrylic. My go-to paints are the basics. You can find these in Michael's. This is all I ever use to do my paintings. Um, but I'm going to go in and, like I said, cover all that black and gray background. I'm going to do a mixture of this green and white because I do know that majority of my background is going to be green. So what I'm going to do is just set the tone for that now. I don't know what it's going to be in the back that's green. Uh, I'm really just winging it. In a sense, winging it. I have been brainstorming. So I ain't even gonna sit up here and cap like I have no idea what I'm doing. But and I hope this paint doesn't disappoint me. I'm going to be using my Wooster Pro cut brush. I love these brushes so much, and I liked it like just to paint the walls. I like the angle that it has. I love the bristles. Of course, I love rose gold. It has a rubber handle, so it's very, very comfortable in your hand for long periods of time. I did want to go in and try this out on an actual painting with a canvas to see how I liked it. It'll be my first time, and I figured what better way to start with just doing like a simple backdrop. Uh, yeah. Also, I wanted to use this too because you see with the painting, it has a lot of different angles and things like that. And I find that a brush that's squared or rounded, the rounded would do much better. But this right here, I think it'll help me out a lot. So, here we go. I don't know why, I'm a little nervous. If I could be honest with you. At this point, I haven't painted on this since 2020. After 3 years, I just started again. Here's the color blocking on the background. It's been 7 years total from the start. Here's where it all started at the 7-City Festival back in August 2016. While I was working, a photographer came up to me and asked me, was it okay if he took some photos? So that's the young Roxie. I love these photos. I was so focused. This was in 2017, my second time touching it. This was in 2020, my third time touching it. And this session was in 2020 also. This is where I added the green. I went live and did this little section here. This was my 4th time. And then today, my 5th time. Stay tuned.